Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen. CIG recently showed off jump points in a load of their glory. Well, where they currently are with them, what they currently look like, because they are still improving them. They're still making the VFX for them look better, and there's going to be some changes before they hit the Alpha 4.0 build later this year, or at least we hope it's later this year. CIG have also now provided some clarity on some of the questions that were left unanswered about jump points in a thread conveniently named Some Clarity on Jump Points. So real quick before we jump into that, there are two types of jump point that Cloud Imperium talked about. In 4.0, it's just permanent ones, like the one between Stanton and Pyro. You know their locations, you know they're stable. All sizes of ship will be able to use them. You will need to contact an ATC, so like when you request landing at a station, because that will then activate it or allow you to activate it and pull all the ships in your group or that are nearby in the sort of jump group in. But there are also transient jump points. You'll discover these, you have to sort of scan them down. They are temporary. You can use these to avoid security and customs, because the permanent ones, they have security and customs around them typically. They do have ship size restrictions though, those transient jump points, and they might be more dangerous to traverse. There is a little bit of a mini game with wormholes with jump points of both types. You basically risk a failed jump from hitting the sides or obstacles inside the jump point too much. If you want to hear a load more on those jump points, go check out my videos on that on the channel. We go into them in a lot more detail. But this video is going to highlight some clarity on jump points post here. So CIG said, "Hi there, jump points is a big feature. There's a lot going on in the design, more than could be communicated in one inside Star Citizen. So there's some bits of info that I realized afterwards that we managed to gloss over, and some of these seem to have caused a lot of speculation and controversies. So I'd like to attempt to rectify some of those and clarify some others. Transient jump points do not have or use ATCs, so you don't have to call anyone. Transient jump points are free for all experiences. You align, tune, and then activate the jump point and then are pulled in. As you can see from the transient jump points, the inclusion of ATC in the permanent jump points flow is not a technical requirement needed for transitioning players between systems or anything like that. They are part of the flow solely for gameplay reasons. The ATC exists here for fairness to all jumpers, a fairness intentionally omitted in the transient flow. The permanent jump points will likely be high volume routes, busy routes. We don't want slower ships being trumped to jump by faster ships all of the time. We also want to make sure that we protect those ships who have waited and determine who is at fault for doing something obstructive. ATC will help us do this. Basically, one of the things they're saying there is that it builds into the lore system of the game so they can go, you are punished for being naughty. If you sort of obstruction, that could be obstructing another ship, that could be a crime when they're trying to jump. Additionally, the ATC exists to imply and actually impose some level of decision making on those who choose to skirt the law or play outright criminally. Those players may instead choose or have to seek out transient jump points to make their journeys in order to avoid this extra scrutiny. I also want to clarify how the ATC also makes sense as part of the bigger picture. Think of permanent jump points as known controlled border checkpoints between systems. If you were the UE authority in charge of protecting a system like Stanton from lawless systems that you know you border with, like Pyro, would you operate an open borders policy with them? I don't think you would. You'd find a way to control it. In this sense, ATC is being used as the gatekeeper. How does it do that? I see you all asking. If ATC hasn't granted you permission to jump yet, then by default, they actively jam jump drives from tuning. Once you have permission to jump, they selectively choose to stop jamming your jump drive, which then lets you tune and jump. Simple. Finally, I wanted to clarify an error in one clip of footage. You don't shoot the jump point with a weapon to activate it, but you do initiate the opening with an activation step. The footage showed this as a physical shot from a weapon, but it was wrong to be depicted like that. I'm sorry I didn't spot it in the edit before the video was released, as if I had done so, I would have sought its removal, so please don't worry, we didn't add combat to opening a jump point. So that's really interesting as well that they said that, because I do remember seeing some leaked footage a while ago of the new quantum travel system, and I think one of the things they were playing around with was doing something similar there, but basically firing a pulse to open the quantum tunnel for just normal quantum travel. Not sure if that's still going to be the thing as part of quantum travel gameplay, or if that was just something they were literally playing with. We haven't really heard much more about it. I do also want to say that Disco Lando, Jared, king of CIG's Star Citizen video content, followed up with a message here as well on that thread. Hi all, Jared here. The footage showed this as a physical shot from a weapon, but it was wrong to be depicted like that. So in replying to that, he said, unfortunately, while this isn't what the footage showed, because as Ed says, this simply isn't how it works, I can see how our choice of vehicle and camera angles combined with terminology like fire a burst instead of activate or emit would cause a misconception in many folks. At present, the burst emits from the field being generated at the forwardmost part of the vehicle. That there are weapons on the Vanguard was incidental. This is how it looks at present on the Vanguard. We'll take note for any future revisitations. So I really like the fact that CIG sort of cleared up and further explained a load of stuff with the jump points, because I think that is totally necessary, especially where we are at the game. We're waiting on Alpha 4.0 effectively. I mean, we're waiting on 3.24 at time of recording, but 4.0 later this year, and that's sort of the main big patch of the year. And players want to know how jump points have been updated and what their current direction is as they plod towards version 1 of the game, which is something that they are genuinely looking at now. With that in mind, I did also see a thread titled just SRV, which is the sort of tow ship for the game, big tractor rig here that allows you to aid with a load of utility, from cargo to aiding with salvage and all that sort of jazz, but also towing ships, because you might want to tow them back for repair, or you might want to take them to your chop shop or whatever. And the original poster here just says, please fix it before 3.24 drops. Basically, it's broken at the moment, the SRV. You can't tow a ship while in quantum travel. That is what the ship is supposed to do. And Niku CIG responded, the plan for the Argo SRV is to tow in quantum. That remains unchanged, and we're actively tracking the bug. We will keep you updated as soon as we have more information. Cheers. Cool. We know that ship is going to be able to tow ships through quantum travel. You're going to need to be able to do that. But this goes on to a wider point that I want to make, or sort of question, is will you be able to tow ships through jump points? I don't 100% know for sure, but I believe they will. I would like CIG to comment on their current plans for that as well. Could be quite nasty though if you fail your sort of jump point jumping while towing, because you and the ship that you were towing may be in very different locations. Can multiple SRVs or multiple tractor beams sort of form a bubble through a jump point? If you can go through a jump point while towing, can you multiple SRVs go through a jump point while towing? So there are questions, and I suppose it's for tractor beams in general, right? Not just the SRV, but I'd love to know what you think in the comments below. Are you excited as well for jump points in general? Are you excited for the updates that are coming at some point in the not too distant future to the quantum travel? We know you're going to be accelerating when you go into quantum travel, and you're going to have to stay within that quantum tunnel. But once you're done accelerating, you can go hands off. I say hands off. Obviously, there are things that can go wrong with your ship. That's what the engineering game plays for. You can get quantum interdicted. Star Citizen is not really go and get a coffee or take a chill pill game unless you've got a group of people with you, and you can literally go, oh, I'm going to take a quick break. Can someone else fill in the position on my ship for me? It's a really interesting one, but I really, really want to know your thoughts or questions, and I will take a look at them. I'll try and answer some of them. I suspect other people will answer them before I can as well. I've got a very helpful community. Oh, Tobii Eye Tracker, that's on sale at the moment. If you want some natively supported eye tracking and head tracking that's super high precision, then check that out. Links below. Discount until 5th of August. Go there. Click the links.
I'm a futuristic cyborg sent back in time for one purpose. Give me your boots, your jacket, and your nordvpn.com/BoredGamer. Get NordVPN if you want to live on the internet. It's the only thing that will protect you against Skynet and my Terminator impression.
It gives you greater accessibility, security, and privacy on the internet as well. You should use the links below. Every month, we have a ship giveaway. For July, we're giving away a Constellation Taurus. This workhorse allows you to do some solid cargo running, as well as some combat and room for a small crew. It's just a great all-round mission runner and awesome ship to experience Star Citizen with. This comes with access to the game and lifetime insurance as well. All you need to do to be in for a chance of winning that is comment on any of my videos made during July. Each video is another chance to win. More details in the description below. Please consider supporting the channel with the join button under my videos or via Patreon, links below to all of that. It goes a long way in helping us to be able to make daily Star Citizen content and Zin's lore videos, all that sort of jazz. Thank you so much to all the glorious members that already do that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can always help as well by sharing, liking, subscribing, and getting involved in the comments section. And thank you very much for those of you that watched to the end. It is appreciated.